Don't forget to click that subscribe and bell icon to receive a notification each time I upload a new video. Hi everyone, it's Mike here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So can you see the mark on my face? Look, me and Mr. Bentley were playing this morning. Yeah, we got a little bit too rowdy. A little bit too rough and tumble, but anyway. So it's Saturday the 4th of September, which means it's the first Saturday in a brand new month, which means it's time for a brand new challenge over on our Mission Inspiration Facebook group. I'll put the URL thingy on the screen here now, but there will be a clickable link in the description area below if you want to join us in our Facebook group for the monthly art challenges that we hold there. So without further ado, I will turn over to my overhead camera. I'll show you the prompts for the month of September and then I'll get cracking with my project. Okay, so this is the prompt for September. So we've got sunsets and sunflowers. So one of my favourite quotes, all at once summer collapsed into fall, which is what this year seems to have felt like. We've had a really nice summer, then all of a sudden it's just got really cold. Anyway, so your colours for the month are mustard ochre, burnt orange and ocean blue. Burnt, I never know the spelling. I can never remember the right spelling. Is it burnt with a T or burned with an ED? I can never remember. I should have checked really before I did it, but never mind. So yeah, ocean blue, burnt orange and mustard ochre or yellow ochre, mustard ochre colour, whatever. Ocean blue, when I've printed this, it's come out more of a tealy colour rather than a bluey colour. Ocean blue kind of was that colour I was hoping for. But any kind of blue will do. And then the ingredients in no particular order: circles, doodles, paper fragments, strips and splatters, and stamped images. So, I'm going to start with paper fragments. So, well, actually, let's start with the colours to start off with. Yeah. Start again. Right. So, I've got True Ochre from my Americana Deco Art collection. I've also pulled out black and white because splatters, yeah. And from my Dina Wakley collection, I've obviously got the ocean for the blue. For the burnt orange, well, I've kind of pulled out both the tangerine and the cheddar. I think the cheddar's probably more of a fit for burnt orange than anything else. But I've also got the lemon because I can always mix a little bit of lemon with the orange if I want to. So that, or those, if you like, are the colours that I've got for this month. Right, so I've just realised I didn't pick up any clean paintbrushes, which is a pain, but never mind. I shall just have to make do and mend, as they say. Right, paintbrush, I've got my Galleria matte medium, which is almost empty. I really need to get some more. Alright, so I'm going to tear up some paper fragments. This is just from an old book. And I'm just going to tear some strips and lather some of this down. Just randomly. I think this book, actually we're looking at it, I think it's a book of old, it's like an explanation of Bible stories. When I got it, it was missing its cover and it was missing the last half of the section of the book itself, so not really useful for anything apart from repurposing. So I'm just going to go kind of randomly, actually no, I'm going to build up a kind of overlapped I'm not being very eloquent today, am I? I blame it on the coffee. I've not had a lot of coffee today. I've had 1 cup of coffee today. That's it. 1 cup of coffee. So my brain hasn't fully engaged yet. It's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so I'm just going to carry on adding fragments of paper, and this is just going to form a kind of background to my project. Let's do a big one. Let's do a big one going across there like that. Okay, what else have we got? Let's just carry on going. Okay, so while I'm doing this, now I'll just put you on fast forward there, but I've changed my mind now. I was recently asked what my favourite glue was, and I can't say that I've really got one. For matte mediums and things, I've used all of them. I've used this Galleria stuff, I've used the Collage Page, whatever you want to pronounce it like. I've used Mod Podge, and I say that Mod Podge because I got told off once for saying Modge Podge because it's not the right pronunciation. I've tried that. I've tried other makes, other products, and to be honest, they're all a bit the same. They're all the same, really. It's whatever you can get hold of. In my case, it's whatever I can get hold of, because I can't always get hold of the Mod Podge that I like, which is the paper one, because all the other ones seem to be either like have a satin sheen finish or like a glossy finish to them, and I don't like that. I prefer the matte, and the Mod Podge that has the best matte one is the paper one, but you can't always get it from my local shops. I can always get the Galleria stuff because they stock all of the Winsor & Newton artist products. The Collage Page, whichever way you want to pronounce it or how it's pronounced, I have no idea. I can only get by ordering that from the interwebs. So it's one of those ones that I don't always remember to get, because whenever I go into my local art store here in the UK, they've usually got this matte medium just sitting there on the shelf. Although, saying that, this particular one I should wear gloves with, because this is the one that causes my skin to fall off. I know, on my hands. I can guarantee after I've used this for a couple of, if I've actually allowed it to get on my fingers, which you can't always avoid, my skin drops off on my fingers and the edge of my fingers. So, and I've still got loads and loads and loads of gloves left over from when we were wearing gloves when we went out because of the coronavirus. But not so much now, because obviously, we're kind of out of lockdown and back to normal here. We're only just kind of like, we're now wearing masks at our own discretion. Anyway, right, so that is my paper fragments. So I shall get that quickly dried off because it won't take long, and then I'll be back. Okay, so that's dry. It's still a little bit warm, so we can tick off paper fragments. That's fine. Okay, what I also want to do is stamped images. So I've got quite a few stamps here that I want to kind of use. This particular one, this is an old script one from indigoblue.com. As you can see, it's well loved, well used, but I want to use a solvent-based ink or an oil-based ink. So let me just try and, I should have got this. I'm not very well prepared today at all. Okay, So I'm going to use, let's see what we've got. We've got blues, cactus green, jet black, yeah, orange zest, pumpkin. No, I need it to be darker, I think, so I'm going to go with the brownie colour. I think the tea, I think I'll go with. Although I had kind of planned on what I wanted to do. It's there, look. Which do you think is... that one looks darker, doesn't it? Tea looks... Let's have them both out and we'll do a test. Although I kind of knew, sort of, what I wanted to do. I hadn't really planned, if you know what I mean. I'll do that, and I'll do that. Right, let's just try that on there. Okay, that looks almost black. That's the ganache. That's probably going to be a bit too dark. So let's try the spiced chai. Let's do that corner and let's see what that one looks like. Yeah, that's browner. Right, okay, so we have a winner. Okay, right, let's just go all over. Yeah, that ganache one looks almost black, which isn't really what we want. So we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. And we'll do that. Stamped. There we go. Background stamping. Ta-da. Do you just love it? Lovely. Right, I can put that one to one side now. And I can put those away later. I'll get that dried. That'll do us. Okay, so I'll just tick off that stamped images, even though I am going to be adding more. But we've done that. Okay, so next, let's add some ocean blue. So I'll put some of the ocean blue paint down. There we go. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of water to it. I've got some clean water just here in the corner of the screen. You can just see it. Okay, and then I'm going to just start and add a wash. Just a light one, right the way across the page. So there's my blue. We'll get about to there. That should do us. A bit more intense towards the top. Yeah. Okay, and then just wash that off. Clean that up. Put that in my bin, just to one side. And before that dries, I'm going to grab the yellow ochre. Just give it a shake because it does tend to separate in the bottle. There we go. And I just want a little bit. There we go. It's probably far too much, but what the heck. Now I've got to be careful because I've got no kitchen towel here with me today. Right, so this is the ochre. So I'm going to start at the bottom with the ochre and then come up. And just kind of blend okay, give that a try because I want that to be a little bit more intense. It's a little bit too wet. That should do. And then we'll go back. There we go. It's going a little bit too green, but that's fine. Clean that off. Actually, I think that'll be good enough. Let me get rid of that. One foul swoop. Maybe if I just... Yeah, that'll do. Yep, like that. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so that's dry. Like that. So we can tick off the ochre and the blue. So that's just left us with the orange. Okay, so now we've got drips and splatters. So let me add some white. I think I'm going to go just with the splatters. And I'm adding them now rather than at the end. I'm taking some clean water. And then add that to the top. And then that's it, just introduce a few bigger ones by adding a little bit more water. Try not to splatter everything behind this section here. That'll do. Just drop that in some water, get that cleaned up so I'm not putting my elbow in it. Okay, so again, just need to dry that off. Okay, I think my heat gun is starting to fail on me. It's supposed to be one of those ultra quiet ones. No, definitely not. Okay, so that's that bit done. Alright, so I've got another stamp here. So this is another indigo blue one. This is called Dandelions. So I'm going to stamp using that one. But I'm going to need a block for this, I think. So let me just grab all my blocks. How big do we need? That should do us, I think. Yep. Okay, so drop those down. Oh. Again, forward thinking should have happened, but it didn't. Alright, so I'm going to use the same colour. No, I'm not going to use the same colour actually. I'm going to use that darker ganache one. So we've got that in the background. Okay, so let's do that up here. Not bothered if it doesn't come out perfectly. That wasn't the aim. If I wanted a perfect impression, I would have used the stamp press, but I didn't. So do that one up here. Be just a bit of a better impression hopefully on this one. Here we go. That looks cute on its own, doesn't it? Alright, so that was the Dandelions. Again, don't know where that's gone. It's supposed to be a sentiment with this, but I'm not going to use it anyway. But that's the Dandelion one. Again, that's from Indigo Blue, so I can put that away. I am going to be covering some of this up. So, we're also going to be doing some circles. So, circles are also part. So what I've got, again, another one from Indigo Blue. This is one I picked up this weekend, weekend just gone, when I went to visit Kay and Alfie at their store last Friday when we're on our way down to Lincoln for our little weekend break with our friends Helen and Robert. Was this Circle Flowers by Asia Marquette. Now I like this particular one here. It's only little, but it's really cute. So I'm going to use that one. Get a smaller block, not a little block. Is that a little Slim Jim? I've got a smaller one than that somewhere, lurking at the bottom of my collection. Yes, there we go. Add that one in. Now then, where's those inks? I saw one that was pumpkin. That's an orangey one. So you can tell I've used these quite a lot, because this one's still got its wrapper on. So let's just, oh yes, so let's just add a few of those around, like it, a couple going off. I'm not going in the middle here because I'm going to be putting something else there. Maybe just going off that way, going off that way, going off that way. Maybe just a little bit there. That'll do. That will do. Okay, so I'll put that away later. A big clean-up campaign going on later on. So. Right, I can't get that back in the packet, so I'm going to leave that for now. Okay, so the next thing, the big thing I've got, since this is sunflowers and sunsets, is I've got this big sunflower stamp from Indigo Blue. Now, when I was going through my collection, I pulled this out and I thought, hang on a minute, I'm sure I saw one of those somewhere else. Look, for some reason I've got two. I must have not been able to find it at one point, so I've bought it again. I know, these things happen though, don't they? It's not my fault that I lose things, he says. Right, I need another sheet of paper. Another sheet of paper, so I'm going to try and get one that's completely, yeah, that'll do. There we go. That's the complete text all the way. Right. I could have used a dictionary, but I'm not gonna. Right, so before I stamp onto this, I'm going to give it a colour wash with that orange. So let's put some of the orange down. I'm going to use a little bit of, now then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just actually take it back off that. No, do I have to, do I? I can do that and get my pencil. We'll get a pencil or a pen. It doesn't really make any difference. What did I do with that pen? There it is. What I can do is I can just kind of just lightly go around so I know pretty much where the shape is. There we go. And then I can use that as a kind of basis. So a little bit of water, got a smaller brush. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to start painting lines from the centre or from the outside in, whichever way you want to do it, and then grab some of that ochre at the same time. Whoops, he says, and I'm not bothered about mixing. And you see, that ochre is kind of laid over the orange and it's kind of dulled it down a bit. So I'm going to come back in with some more of the tangerine. And it kind of revitalises that bit in there. Right in that centre. Okay, that'll do. And then we'll get rid of that. I know it's an awful waste, but it's not really. Okay, so let's bring in some white. That feels awfully runny. Alright. And then, just using that small brush again, just kind of take some of the water off it. I don't want it to be too dry and I don't want it to be too wet, if you know what I mean. Just take some of the white and then I'm going to just kind of add some whitish lines in, all coming from the middle. Just clean that off a bit. Okay, so what I'm also going to do is grab some blue, grab some yellow, and I've still got the white, and I'm just going to quickly mix them together. And where that kind of leaf is, this is why I kind of wanted to plan where it was. There we go, that's fine. Right, I'll get that dry, get this cleaned up, and then I'll be back and we'll do a little bit of stamping. Okay, so instead of using the block, I thought I'd get a better impression if I actually use the stamp block. So I'm going to place that down kind of in the position where we drew it out earlier, like so, and then I've got relatively the right sort of place. I'm going to use that dark ganache, so let me just lift that off just so you can see what I'm doing. Of course, because I'm using the darker colour, there's no real need for me to do anything special in the middle because it will be dark enough. Okay, that should theoretically be enough. And then we can stamp down. Please stay where you are. It's moved a little bit. It's pulled it up a little bit, but that's okay. So we're alright. We just need to go back over that middle section a little bit, but not a huge amount. Can you see where the leaves are? I've caught that green. That'll do. That's fine. I'm happy with that. So instead of just having kind of a flat orange colour, we've kind of got that white showing up, we've got the darker ochre showing up, we've got all those other colours showing up as well. Let me just quickly give this a blast. That should be enough. And I've just had an idea. So I've got this other stamp set from Indigo Blue, created by somebody called Mike Deakin, no idea who he is. And I think I'm going to put, which one should we go for? Work of Art or Finding Beauty? I think Finding Beauty. Let's have that one. I'm just going to stick that down. Grab the same ink. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stick that just above, up there. You can hear the rattle while I was... Yeah, that'll do. Not too upset with that. Okay, so what I need to do now is to cut some of this out. So, I'll go away, cut these out, and then I'll be right back. Right, I think we're just about done. There we go. Lovely stuff. Okay, so sunflower, I think I'm going to put over there. I said it didn't really make any difference about those, I just wanted those kind of like in the background there. And we'll put that Finding Beauty over there. So we've got circles that we said, which are these circles here. We've got the drips, well, we've got splatters anyway, so we're just going to be left with doodles once we've done this. So we've now used the burnt orange, so that's all three of those. Right, let's get this glued and stuck down. And because I've used solvents, adding matte medium over the top, as this says solvent, I've used solvent-based inks, and we've used acrylic paint, which is permanent when dry. We should theoretically be alright when we stick this down onto the page, because nothing is going to move. Did you see that? So the whole lot can go down. Now obviously that's going to need to fold, so I'll need to tuck that into the corner, into that crease. There we go, and then where's my... what did I do? Oh, do you know? There it is. It's disappeared. It disappeared. And that can go over there. Okay. Quickly give that a dry. Okay, so that's dry. Still red hot. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the ballpoint pen, and I'm going to doodle kind of wiggly border all the way around. And I'm also going to doodle around my quote. I think just to kind of reinforce the letters, see, this is easier for me because this actually is my own handwriting anyway, because I created these stamps for indigo blue using a font I'd created from my own handwriting. So what I'm also going to do is I'm also going to create a stem, a doodle stem for the sunflower. Like so, so that at least it's a little bit grounded. And there. So we've now got doodles. Circles, doodles, paper fragments, drips and splatters, or just drips anyway. Well, sorry, just splatters. Stamped images, which we've done, and then all three colours. But it can be argued that the doodles are also in the circles as well, because that's part of the stamp design. And there we go. There is my art journal page for the month of September. Mustard, burnt orange, ocean blue, circles, doodles, paper fragments, drips and splatters, sunset and sunflowers. Not necessarily a full sunset, but I think that works. And if I wanted to, I could also now just go back once it's dry and just add a few little minor little yellow highlights with a small paintbrush. See, I'm going to do it now, just because, just really small. Perhaps I should have done it towards the outer edge, but never mind. Who says it has to be realistic? Nobody. Just to add a little element . There we go, done, I think. Right, I'm not going to add any more to that now. That's it. So all I have to do now is just to sign and date it. So we'll do that down here. So, and it's the 4th of September 21. There we go. So there is my art journal page for the month of September, and I hope you've enjoyed watching me put that together. If you have, please remember to give the video a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, you can do so by clicking the button at the end of the video. But also, if you want to join us over on our Mission Inspiration Facebook group, where we have 2 monthly art challenges, one on the first Saturday of every month and one on the 3rd Saturday of every month, which is a mid-month mini Mission Inspiration. So, and if you want to do that, then you can join us. That's the URL on screen now, but there is a clickable link in the description area below this video. That's all from me for now. I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now.
I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. Thank you.